So you're building a Superfo Harlequin 128 and you've obtained one of these SAM65 common anode diode networks. This component is destined for the DN1 position on the issue 4B motherboard, which you can see marked here. As you can see inside the silkscreen outline for DN1, pin 1 is marked with a square pad, with the other 5 positions having round solder pads. Unfortunately, however, when the original manufacturer made these parts, they failed to mark pin 1 on the component. This is problematic as pin 1 is intended for the common anode, whereas the other 5 pins are intended for the individual diode cathodes. So we need another way to identify which of these pins is in fact the common anode. So this is the practical method for finding the common anode pin on a SAM65 diode network part. You're going to need, well, the part itself, fairly obviously. You're going to need some helping hands or something similar to hold it for you, and you're going to need a multimeter capable of diode test mode, and of course the leads. We'll start by placing the item in whatever you're using to hold it for you while you test it. Then we'll take the red lead for our multimeter. My meter was helpfully supplied with crocodile clip versions of the test lead, which is helpful to keep hands free. This should be plugged into the red port on your meter. Then take the crocodile clip end and place it on the N pin of the diode network. It doesn't matter which end, as you'll soon see. Then take your black test lead and plug it into your common port, sometimes labelled COM, as it is on my meter here. Then you need to switch your meter into diode test mode. On my particular meter, that involves turning the selector switch, then selecting the diode test mode with the button. We see a diode symbol appear on the screen, which means diode test mode is active. We then take our black probe and touch the remaining 5 pins one by one while checking the multimeter screen. You can see there's no reading being shown. This is because we're trying to send voltage the wrong way through the signal diodes. This means the end we currently have the red lead attached to cannot be the common anode pin. I could just move the red lead to the other end, but the wire is quite short, so I'll turn the part over in the clamp. Now reattach the red lead to the N pin and perform the same test with the meter's black lead. This time we see a forward voltage drop being measured as we pass current in the correct direction through each of the signal diodes in the network. You should see roughly the same forward voltage drop of around 0.65 volts at each of the cathode pins. So now we've identified this pin as the common anode that should be placed in the square pad of location DN1.